Jurassic Park. A name that pretty much needs no introduction, as it remains one of the very few movie franchises that you can just utter the name of it, and people will have an idea what you're talking about.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
It was a massive hit when it originally hit theaters, and its legacy is still felt throughout media. It's one of, if not the main reason why CGI was so pushed heavily after the movie was released. So if you like CGI, feel free to praise Jurassic Park. And if you hate how it's oversaturated in today's movies, then it's Terminator's fault. I know. I said this movie franchise didn't need no introduction. And here I am, giving one, like the filthy simp that I am. Is that out of touch yet? Is that joke going to be dated? But it is a movie that I do hold very, very close to my heart. It fueled my love for dinosaurs, and it's what inspired me to go into filmmaking, for the very lukewarm career that it has been. But that's enough personal stuff! Now, with Jurassic Park being the blockbuster hit that it was, it of course got its share of games. Both good, bad, and this was technically a console game. Now, I plan on eventually going over a good chunk of these games at a later date, probably when we get closer to Dominion. You know, feed the algorithm and all that. I still don't know how it works. But I just thought of that idea as I'm writing the script. Aren't I fucking spontaneous? But the game I'm going to be talking about today is one where I'm sure you've heard of it. Or at the very least, if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, I know you've heard of it before. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. A zoo tycoon game where you run your own Jurassic Park and deal with the same issues that comes with running a park. Spare no expense. It's the first in its kind in the series. You know, only took them like 12 years to make a game like that. But with the release of Jurassic World Evolution 2 coming, a game that I'm pretty ecstatic for personally, I thought it was a good idea to look at this old dinosaur of a game. Since I think it's going to be a good way to see what ideas were expanded upon from the Jurassic World Evolution franchise. Especially since I'm doing a Jurassic World Evolution review type video in celebration to when Jurassic World Evolution 2 comes out. Also to give one last hurrah to the Jurassic World game, because let's be honest here, who's gonna play that game when 2 comes out? The game was developed by Blue Tongue, and if you never heard of them, yeah, I don't blame you. They made the Blob, remember that? Yeah, I vaguely remember seeing those commercials. And holy shit, look at these cutscenes. These are animated really well. But other than that, their catalogs aren't exactly known for original IPs. You got Star Trooper, Barnyard, Polar Express. Oh, shovelware. But maybe that's not a fair comparison. After all, Jurassic Genesis seemed to be loved in the Jurassic Park community, at least from what I can tell. Now, the whole idea behind Jurassic Genesis is that it's a tycoon game, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically capitalism, the game. Your whole goal in this game is to have a 5-star amusement park, and to rack in that sweet, sweet tax-evading moolah. You have to build attractions to attract guests so you can rack in even more of that profits. Of course, building your burger chains aren't enough to actually get you 5 stars. You have to resurrect dinosaurs and show them off to your guests. I don't understand why resurrecting a dinosaur doesn't automatically give me 5 stars, but whatever, you picky fuck. And that's basically the most simplest explanation of the game. Now, of course, when you start the game, you don't have every dinosaur available to you. You only have 2 dinosaurs. And in order to get more, you have to go out and unlock more from dig sites. Something that is done pretty passively, but is it so important. Your starting dinosaurs only have 50 DNA, the bare minimum required for resurrection. Since you have so little DNA, most dinosaurs will only survive about 6 months. And time goes pretty quickly, so you have to go out and dig some fossils in order for your dinosaurs to last longer, as well as resurrecting new ones. However, you can't unlock more dig sites until you raise your star level, meaning you have to keep up with your park and continue trying to make it as popular as possible. The cool thing about this system is that once you rank up, you're able to pick from any dig site. So, hypothetically, you could unlock your T-Rex, or my beloved Acro, after receiving your first star. Each dinosaur also has their own popularity stars with them, and I presume the more popular dinosaurs you have in your park, the easier it is to get the 5 stars, but I don't know. What is a review, am I right? Of course, you'll need to keep up the attractions to help your star rating grow. Also, money is good. There's many different ways where you need to accommodate guests, such as food, entertainment, and restrooms. Also making sure they don't die, that's usually a good thing, no? Attractions in particular are something that you want to focus on, as depending on where it's located, will lead guests to gravitate towards those areas. Now, not all attractions will be available to you. This is where researching comes into play. Research is both beneficial for your guests and dinosaurs. Now, this takes time, and most 2 months at a time to research one specific topic. but once it's researched, you'll have it forever. Don't know why it takes a month to research a fucking umbrella, though. Sir, this is what they call an umbrella. Fascinating. Oh Jesus Christ! Holy shit, Mark! It fucking got bigger! I got it! Now, like I stated previously, this is also important for your dinosaurs. One research allows your hatcheries to make dinosaurs faster, though they only can make them one at a time, and that's annoying. But the main important one is about diseases that I would highly recommend that you research first, or else you could end up with a dead dinosaur. Yes, your dinosaurs can die in this game too. They have a health bar, as well as different health-like stats, such as happiness, sleep, thirst, hunger, and tree? Oh shit, it's different over here too. Dinosaur head? Oh, fuck if I know. It's your job to balance it and to keep your dinosaurs happy and healthy. Or else, well, in Jurassic Park fashion, they'll start rampaging. You know, knocking down and climbing gates, eating guests, a normal Tuesday, you know? I mean, hey, the guests don't seem to mind it. They're too busy waiting in line to get into the fucking balloon. Honey, I think we need to get to the shelter. There's a bunch of dinosaurs eating people. I didn't just spend $4,000 per ticket to not be able to go on the damn hot balloon ride. With guests dying, that lowers your star rating and costs you money. And that makes Peter Ludlow sad. So sad, in fact, that if you're in the negatives by a certain date, he will close the park, resulting in a game over. I hope you saved, cause I didn't, and I lost all my progress. To be fair, he does give you ample warning time, like 3 months in advance. However, I think the game has a set date, and if you say, went back up in the positives, then went back down in the negatives for a slight second, like I did, it'll result in the game over. Peter, why? I went back into positives. There was a helicopter full of people bringing $14,000 just arriving in a few seconds, and the moment I become negative, you close my ass? Fuck you, Peter! Yeah, I was charging quite a bit of money for those tickets, weren't I? Well, yeah. In fact, that'll be your main source of income. Fuck the burger stands and the gift shop. It's all about the sweet, sweet tickets. In fact, you can charge, within reason, a big price for those tickets, and people will pay. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, you can effectively charge for anything.
This park was not built to cater only for the super rich.
Okay, but fuck you, I want money. Dinosaurs are expensive. Spare no expense? Yeah, look what that got me! The game can also be kind of pricey. If a tornado comes out of nowhere and wrecks my entire park, making my Allosaurus fly? What is that animation? Or more the apt term, what is that lack of animation? And there it goes. God damn it. That costs a lot of money. So does the fossil market. So like before, you can get fossils from dig sites. However, if you're wanting a certain dinosaur quicker, you can make a purchase at this market. Now, the selection varies on what dig site you're working on and or unlocked. This means that you won't be getting fossils from dig sites that you don't currently own, which can be disappointing since you only have a set amount of dig sites you're able to unlock per save file. The maximum dig sites you can have is 6, and as you can see here, 9 is more than 6. This means when picking a dig site, you have to be extra careful on which site you pick, where you run the risk of not being able to revive your favorite dinosaurs. I don't know why they did it like this. I guess to have some form of replay value, but this replay value sucks and it feels like an artificial way to increase multiple playthroughs. I'd much rather have a chance to unlock all of my dinosaurs to make the ultimate Jurassic Park with all of my dinosaurs. Like, if you unlock the remaining dig site once you reach 5 stars, or perhaps a secret 6 star, then sure, I wouldn't care. That would be basically your reward for completing the game, but there isn't even an option for it. But maybe they did it this way because getting to 5 stars is actually relatively easy? Or rather, you don't need a lot of land to get to 5 stars. In the beginning, you're able to generate your map size. Well, I picked the largest and I barely used any of it, and I got the 5 stars just fine. You aren't going to be losing this game. Look, man, just let me have my ultimate park, dang it. You already have limited options. For example, when making cages, there's no way to curve them. There's always has to be this ugly box that looks very jarring. There's no good way to make streams of water either, or rather make good looking ones. But at the end of the day, for at least 2003 standards, being able to make a cage and watching your dinosaurs roam around, eating, acting like living things, for the most part, that's pretty jazzy. And you'll have more than enough time to do that while you're waiting around for money to come in. Yeah, when you have nothing to do, it can be a bit dragging, waiting for your dinosaurs to incubate, or research to get done, or just simply waiting for money to come in so you're able to buy more things. Now granted, perhaps it was designed this way so you would have a better chance to look at your dinosaurs. I mean, just watching them roam around and interacting with other dinosaurs can be nice to look at. You can even take pictures of dinosaurs. But for people who want constant action, it can be a bit boring. Granted, maybe that's the nature of tycoon games. There's usually a grace period of where you're just waiting around and getting more money. Tycoon games in the nature are not exactly everyone's cup of tea. That being said, it still makes sense for the franchise. You get to make your own functional Jurassic Park, and that's something that everyone wanted to see. At least before Jurassic World came in the picture. Of course, the game does try to have something else other than watching dinosaurs or making your giant park. There is also a dedicated challenge mode that thrusts you into different goals, and it's up to you to complete them. And they range from different simulations. Some require you to take photos of dinosaurs, while others require you to fucking send dinosaurs back to extinction. Some even have some very shady undertones. Bro, what do you mean I gotta hide this mess? This seems very fucking illegal. What happened? The president is in danger. I'll save you, Mr. President. I'm a bad enough dude. But they're fine. They aren't exactly Jeep and they feel like busy work. Well, for starters, you're mainly controlling Jeep and the helicopter, and I don't know. They just feel off. Less the helicopter and more like Jeep. This thing feels like it has no weight to it. Like, wow, that's some amazing turning. But they're pretty easy, and I didn't have too much trouble with any of the challenges. Maybe the last mission, but that's only because of the limited pictures. And oh shit! But I think most people aren't going to be playing the challenging mode for the challenges themselves. There's a reason why I said busy work. Because generally, people are playing this for the one thing that they remember fondly from this game. Site B. Yeah, Isla sorta makes an appearance. Well, I mean, Isla kinda, sorta. You still make your own map. So Site B mode is basically the same thing as the regular campaign mode, except there's no guests, no gates, nothing. Just dinosaurs behaving like dinosaurs. You know, if I was a kid, I guarantee you, I would soak so many hours into this mode, but it still seems pretty memorizing as an adult. I mean, look, dinosaurs are pairing up, having herds, walking around the island, watching predators hunt when they're hungry. You can get really immersed in watching these dinosaurs just do, well, they're dino things. In fact, before Jurassic World Evolution came into picture, people would just make these like short documentaries on the internet. The only glaring issue is that the animals can't reproduce. You can only make dinosaurs in hatcheries. And while you're making a park, whatever, it fits with the cages and that, but with Site B, it does ruin some immersion. Having to plop down a hatchery when one population gets too low, it certainly doesn't help that you're limited to 60 dinosaurs on an island. Like, why is that? I can sort of see that for the main campaign, but you guys couldn't lift the population just a tad? And sometimes the dinosaurs can act pretty fucking stupid. I guess that's just the limitations in AI back in 2003. Or just natural selection, whatever the fuck you want to claim it is. But if you ignore all the small nitpicking and put your rose-tinted glasses on, it really does seem pretty cool. And honestly, it was the main mode that I was looking forward to when playing this game again. Of course, the game has its flaws, but it's by no means a bad game. There aren't any game-breaking glitches. Sure, the models are definitely dated, and that water, where the fuck did its feet go? And if you're into Tycoon games, it can be pretty fun. And it seems like a decent spin on the rest of the Tycoon games around, but the game can be pretty short if you know what you're doing. Like maybe 4 to 5 hours. Maybe that's the norm for Tycoon games, but I don't know. I think part of the novelty is that it's Jurassic Park, a franchise that I love to death. But if I just remove the rose-tinted glasses and look at this objectively with no bias at all, in my opinion, it can be pretty bare. Like, it feels like they did the bare minimum of stuff. Perhaps maybe that was due to time crunch or executive meddling, I'm not sure. But I wouldn't put it past the game based on movie licenses. But it did scratch that itch for a Jurassic game where you controlled your own park, so much so that people wanted a type of sequel in order to fix the issues the original game had, and just to have an amazing game. And many years later, we got Jurassic World Evolution, the spiritual sequel, I don't know if that's the right term, to this game, and a game that was kinda controversial when it first released. Now, I'm not gonna go over that in this video.
That'll be my next video, as I discuss Jurassic World Evolution. Like I said, give it one last hurrah before it melts into obscurity once Jurassic World Evolution 2 comes out. After those two videos,
I have a few more videos planned out before I start going to the grandiose Jurassic Park marathon. Like I said, I kind of thought of it on the spot while writing this script. But I promise you, I plan on doing it. I don't know if it's going to be one giant retrospective or a bunch of smaller videos, you know, on individual games. I'll probably do a case-by-case basis type of things. But I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. Catch you next time. Hey Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like this one. Specifically comment. I do enjoy responding to you folks like... What the fuck? Holy shit, it's a raptor! Oh god, oh god!